Put your hands on them and let's play. Let's see if they can play physical football today. Let's see if they can run without nobody touching them. You know what I'm talking about?
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll... And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he's able to plow forward.
Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. For these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And open Rice. And he's able to get from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They just get the play off. Now Vick. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yard. Vick now. Incomplete. Keenan Allen.
Point. Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Vick. And he will go down. A count. So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Loses to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to take it across midfield. Penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the...
Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vick. And he checks this one down to Williams. To Arlington right after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a
yardage.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Take it at the 37. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play.
Vick on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Vick. Flush to his right. The open man is Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one.
On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touch. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here. Fading here in the 2nd quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one goes nowhere. Lose a yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This will be the final play of the half. Vick throwing left side. He's got Gronk. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay.
And he's into the clear. The 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people in every situation, but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the 2nd half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the 2nd half.
They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first team to get you off to a quick start.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
190.
Here's Michael Vick. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball.
So far, they've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a pitch out to Williams. And it's been like this all night long. No 2nd and 12.
Hey, let's go. Here's
Vick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take
back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And nothing doing.
Defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Vick with a give to Sanders. He'll get about 4 here.
Benefit your team right now.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
90, 20,
Throwing, Vick. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And
like we just saw there.
Yeah, he had nearly 3,000 career receiving yards, and I think that gets overshadowed by the over 15,000 rushing yards that Mr. Sanders had. Fighting him off. Even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with the lead situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he gets it all the way down.
He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cowboys will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise.
Starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he's ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
90, 20.
Vick operating on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up on that.
And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 7 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. Roll back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down throw for Vic. And incomplete or wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Cowboys pressure sack now here tonight. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good, but maybe, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout.
White 20! White 20!
Now here's Vic. Steps away. And to the 42-yard line.
And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Vic. And he couldn't hang on to it through. As a visiting team, as an underdog, they haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well, and call more of that.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. White 20!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman.
And curse going on for a cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
White 20! White 20! Lion! 300! White 20!
On third down, Vic out of the gun. Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete. The contact.
We're more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking on the midfield logo. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
White 20! White 20!
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Things looking pretty good on the scoreboard. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
White 20! White 20!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they are going to score again. Yet enough to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night. Much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want to play. The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Across the the run game, how have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you sticks with that completion, but it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete.
Would have meant that there was an incompletion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long.